2, 1.
7 things you probably didn't know you need to know. I'm Jamie East, and this is the Smart 7.
Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, the 2nd of September, and happy birthday to Lennox Lewis, Joey Barton, Keanu Reeves, Salma Hayek, and Penny East.
7.
As a summer of chaos comes to an end, Boris held a socially distanced cabinet meeting and was full of enthusiasm for the apparently huge numbers that are going back to the office.
People are going back to the office in huge numbers across our country, and quite right too. And of course we know that there is still going to be more of this disease, this wretched COVID still to come, and although we know there will be more outbreaks, we're also absolutely confident that we are going to be able to deal with those outbreaks, and bit by bit this incredible country is getting back on its feet and recovering from this crisis. And we in this government are committed, as you all know, to do absolutely everything in our power to help.
Now, I don't know about you, but this is the only office I've been back to, pal.
David Brent.
6.
As travel restrictions continue to change with spikes in cases, it looks like Portugal is in danger of going back on the naughty list, and flights from Portugal to London are being booked out. TUI Holidays have now cancelled flights to the Laganas resort, which has turned into a corona hotspot in Zante in Greece, and TUI boss Andrew Flintham says that what's needed is regional corridors to allow more safe travel.
Portugal's a huge destination for travel in general, and having kind of what we're calling regional travel corridors. So, the fact that the Portuguese rate may be one level, is that consistent? Is that consistent in, say, the Algarve, where the majority of the tourists may be? In the UK, we have a slightly different policy in the fact that we don't lock down the whole UK when the Leicester rate goes up, as an example. Can we apply the same kind of principle to almost allow us to continue to operate to those places where the rates are low or are within those thresholds?
Dr. Anthony Fauci has had a hard time recently as US coronavirus cases climb over 6 million. He's had Donald Trump saying he inherited him and appearing to take advice from a new and underqualified advisor who's pushing for the universally condemned herd immunity strategy. Dr. Fauci says Trump does respect him, though.
I think he does. I think when you get statements like that, that doesn't really reflect what actually goes on. I was at the White House yesterday at a task force meeting and with the vice president, and everything that we discussed, including what you just spoke about regarding children, regarding what's going on, gets to the president. He understands that. So I think that's kind of a distraction to pit me against the president. We're all on the same team.
Meanwhile, on that team, Donald Trump wants Joe Biden to take a drug test before the debates.
He's done some kind of an enhancement, in my opinion, and I say we should both. I should take a drug test, so should he. Because we don't want to have a situation where a guy is taking some kind of a...
It's like athletes, like a...
No, he should take... I want to take one. I'll take one, he'll take one. We should both take a drug test.
Well, clearly one of them should be on medication.
4.
Holly and Phil are back on this morning, and now Ant and Dec have reappeared too. They're currently filming Britain's Got Talent and getting ready for I'm a Celebrity, Why Am I in Wales? It turns out that the two lads are allowed to sit together because they've formed a cohort.
We're working on Britain's Got Talent at the moment and other things, so we get tested every 4 days.
Like Premiership footballers.
Yeah.
That's where the similarity ends.
That's it.
But we get tested every 4 or 5 days.
And the old nose and in the old mouth.
Down the throat and up the nose. So we form, basically our households are connected and we form a cohort. So we can sit next to each other and...
Stroke each other.
Limit anywhere that you can go? Are there limitations to it?
Yeah, we've got to be careful as to where we go and who we see.
But there's nothing new there.
Yeah, exactly.
3.
The US Open tennis is underway, with Andy Murray making his serious competitive return after surgery that he thought might end his career. He was 2 sets down at one point last night in his match against Yoshihito Nishioka, but he somehow turned it around to win 3-2 and go through to the next round. As always, he was super emotional. Calm down, mate.
I'm just tired. After the match, pretty emotional. Got lots of messages from friends and family who have been with me on this journey the last couple of years, and kind of looked down and out, to be honest. I sort of felt that way a little bit as well, but managed to find something to turn it around, and actually, played some good stuff at the end.
2.
George Ezra's been quiet recently, but he appeared on How Do You Cope with Elias and John on 5 Live to talk about his battle with a form of OCD called Pure O. It's unwanted or unwarranted thoughts that intrude without any physical actions to accompany them.
It feels like you're testing yourself. It feels like you go, God, in this situation, the worst thing you could think is, and then you have that thought, and then you think, God, George, don't have that thought again. And so you do. And then you go, well, if you're somebody that can have that thought, does that mean you are this person? And if so, you're horrible, mate, And this, in its worst, it would be before, and this might be me dramatising it, but when I remember the times, it was as if before my eyes had opened, they would have started.
Ed Sheeran and his wife Cherry announced that they'd had a baby yesterday, a baby girl with the remarkable name of Lyra Antarctica Seaborn Sheeran. Ed's local radio station, Heart Suffolk, sent a reporter out to ask locals about the newborn, and this man's reaction's pretty much everyone's first take on the name.
Well, I'm sure he'll come down to the market to buy baby milk or whatever. I'm sure we can do a good deal.
Brilliant. And they've called her Lyra Antarctica Seaborn Sheeran.
I did not know that.
What do you think to that?
I mean, I like the uniqueness. My name's Jack, which is quite a normal name. So, yeah, I mean, that's the standout from the crowd's name.
Any thoughts on the reference to Antarctica?
Not really. I don't know if he's ever been there, but fair enough. Very unexpected, to be honest. That's an interesting name.
This has been the Smart 7. Be smart, wear a mask. We've got an Alexa skill now, so enable us and then just say, Alexa, play the Smart 7. We're back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Like and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.